Have you ever wondered why some cars are almost impossible to sell no matter how low the price goes? Behind those tempting used car deals, there are often hidden nightmares, vehicles with poor engineering, endless repairs, and reputations so bad that even dealerships struggle to move them. In this video, we're going to highlight 5 cars that stand out as some of the worst choices you could make based on reliability data, owner complaints, and real-world performance. These cars may look attractive at first glance, but trust me, there's a reason they've been left behind by smart buyers. Let's start with the Ford Fiesta PowerShift, produced between 2011 and 2016. At first glance, the Fiesta looked like a smart option: compact size, modern design, and fuel efficiency that made it attractive to budget-conscious buyers. But the problem was hidden in its transmission, the infamous PowerShift dual clutch system. What sounded advanced on paper turned into a daily headache for many owners. Drivers complained about constant jerking, hesitation when accelerating, and even total transmission failure in some cases. Ford tried to fix the issues with software updates and warranty repairs, but for most people, the problems kept coming back. As word spread, the Fiesta's reputation collapsed. Used models became almost impossible to sell unless dealerships offered heavy discounts. On the surface, it looked like a great deal, but the reality was frustration, repeated trips to the mechanic, and a car that quickly became one of the most avoided in its class. Next up is the Chevrolet Cruze, first generation, launched around 2011. At first, it was Chevrolet's big hope to compete head-to-head with strong players like the Honda Civic and Toyota Corolla. Stylish design, good comfort, and modern features gave the Cruze plenty of attention when it arrived. But the shine didn't last long. Early models, especially those with the 1.4 turbo engine, quickly developed a reputation for serious problems. Owners reported coolant leaks that in some cases even caused engine fires, constant check engine lights, and parts like water pumps and sensors failing far earlier than expected. To make matters worse, there were also reports of axle and shaft failures, not something you'd expect in a new car. At first, the Cruze sold well, often pushed into rental fleets, but word about its reliability spread fast. By the mid-2010s, buyers were already turning their backs on it and sticking with more dependable choices. What was meant to be Chevrolet's global compact competitor ended up becoming a cautionary tale about cutting corners. Now let's talk about the first-generation Jeep Compass, sold between 2007 and 2016. On paper, the idea made sense, an affordable way to own an SUV with the Jeep badge. But reality didn't match the promise. The combination of the 2.4-liter engine with a CVT transmission turned out to be one of its biggest flaws. Owners complained about overheating on long trips and transmission failures happening far too soon. Suspension parts wore out quickly, meaning costly repairs before even hitting 50,000 miles. And to make matters worse, many people reported water leaking inside the cabin and cheap interior pieces breaking with normal use. Sales were never impressive, and a big part of them went straight to rental fleets instead of private buyers. Automotive magazines at the time were harsh. One review even said the Compass was unsuitable for anyone. That's how bad the reputation became. By the time Jeep redesigned it, the first Compass was already remembered as one of those SUVs you buy once and regret forever. Now let's move on to the Land Rover Discovery Sport, launched in 2015. At first, this SUV looked like a dream: modern design, premium badge, and the promise of combining luxury with adventure. But behind that attractive package, owners quickly discovered that reliability was not its strong suit. The Discovery Sport came with the 2.0 turbo engine and a brand new 9-speed automatic transmission from ZF. On paper, that sounded impressive, but in real life, many drivers reported rough gear shifts, delayed responses, and warning messages about the gearbox. In fact, some early models were even recalled because of faulty wiring in the transmission system that could cause the car to suddenly slip into neutral, definitely not what you want in an SUV. Electronics were another headache: glitchy infotainment screens, backup cameras that froze, and parking sensors that stopped working. Add to that coolant leaks and turbocharger issues, and the ownership experience became frustrating. While it looked every bit like a luxury SUV on the outside, the Discovery Sport earned a reputation as one of those cars you admire from afar, but think twice before owning. Before we move on, smash that like button so more people don't fall into the same traps with these cars. And hey, drop a comment below. Would you risk buying one of these? Or is it a hard no thanks for you? Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with that friend who always thinks he's a car expert. Next on the list is the Nissan Pathfinder from 2013. At first, this SUV looked like a big step forward. Nissan redesigned it with a smoother, more modern look, moving away from the tough, old-school style. Families loved the space and comfort, but under the surface, things weren't so pretty. The biggest issue? The transmission. The CVT was supposed to make driving smoother, but instead, owners complained about violent shuddering, slipping, and sudden loss of power. In many cases, the only solution was a full replacement of the transmission, a nightmare for any driver. And it didn't stop there. Some models were recalled for problems with the hood latch that could cause the hood to fly open while driving. Others had random electrical glitches and issues with the liftgate. The result? Sales dropped quickly, and the Pathfinder's image took a serious hit. What looked like a family-friendly SUV turned into a cautionary tale. For many, owning a 2013 Pathfinder meant endless repairs, frustration, and regret. And there you have it, 5 cars that looked good on paper, but in reality, turned into expensive mistakes for thousands of owners. If there's one lesson here, it's that a shiny badge or a low price doesn't always mean a smart buy. Reliability matters, and the wrong choice can drain your wallet and your patience. So before you jump on that too-good-to-be-true deal, take a closer look, read reviews, and learn from the experiences of others. Sometimes walking away from a bargain is the best investment you'll ever make. See you in the next video.